Earlier in the interview, John described to us some strategies used by academics, like inventing terms ending with ism and providing clients with vague mission statements. Yes, that's just two strategies for survival as an academic and as a consultant. And you give workshops on these methods, don't you? How did you get started on that? Well, I mentioned to you how I was influenced by a colleague who could discuss any academic topic without actually knowing anything about it. Yes, you said he could skim the index of a journal and then talk about the articles without ever reading them, like a psychic. But like a stage mentalist, he used good distraction techniques to make everyone believe he was knowledgeable, when he wasn't. That's right. His first technique was what I call the read it for me strategy, RIFM. He would say to a colleague, "Have you read the new article by so-and-so? It's quite interesting. Read it and tell me what you think." So the colleague would read the article and then tell him it covered some issues and omitted others. And then the first guy would repeat those opinions to other people. Yes, he'd say, "So-and-so's new article covers certain issues and omits others." That's the use of discussion survival strategy number 2, which I call the AMI approach, or all my idea. And these strategies always work without fail, especially when it comes to talking about your own work. Even colleagues who do actually read the literature never read each other's publications. So to describe your own work, all you need say is, "As I pointed out in my latest article," even if you've not written one. Exactly. That's the IP approach. Intellectual property? No, implying publication. You know, you're unusual. You ask what the acronyms mean. Most academics don't like to give away that they don't know what acronyms stand for. So you can just make up any old acronym as you go along and drop it into the academic conversation, just as you do with isms. The same as dropping the names of well-known academics into the conversation. I knew someone who had time to fill in before an interview once at the University of Toronto. So we knocked on Marshall McLuhan's office door, and McLuhan said, "Come in." Then he talked to him about his new hot and cool media ideas and made him late for the interview. Then my friend went into the interview room and he said, "Sorry I'm late, Marshall McLuhan kept me talking." I expect he got the job. He did. But one thing puzzles me. When you talk about implying that you've published when you haven't, how do you list your publications in your resume without lying? It's important to tell people about your articles rather than your publications. Yeah. But academics are still expected to publish, aren't they? Yes, but there are distraction techniques to cover that problem too. Have you heard the saying, "Those who can do, those who can't do, teach"? Yes. Well, what do you think those who can't teach or publish do? I don't know. Administer. They concentrate on committee work. And believe me, the survival skills I've been talking about work very well indeed on committees, because everyone there's using these survival techniques by mutual consent. So then you complain in your annual performance self-assessment report that all the committee work is preventing you from publishing. Simple. And it's possible to maintain a long and successful academic career on the basis of these techniques alone. Well, I found that hard to believe. Academics are known to be highly intelligent and fast-thinking. How can you possibly keep a lack of academic ability from them over a whole career? Easy. No one's paying attention to you because they're all concentrating on using the same tactics to you and everyone else. But I am partly simplifying things here. A mean-spirited chair or dean might challenge you. So, to guarantee academic survival, you also need to practice what I call the 2 C's. Confidence in what you're saying, even without competence. And you teach these academic survival rules as a consultant all over the world. Yes. Finally, a test. Give me an ism and a name dropping all in one sentence. Do you really want to reduce this interview to a level of absurdism rather than respecting educational realism as Skinner and Brunner personally taught me? He's done it again. That's 2 isms and 2 name droppings. Will there ever come a day when academics no longer want to learn these survival techniques? No, it'll go on forever. Well, thank you very much for letting us into your valuable secrets, some of them.